Yo, it's D.Arthur in the building. I'm talking to you guys today about unlocking superhuman abilities, the signs of semen retention. When you go on semen retention for a good amount of time, 30 days plus, you will start unlocking superhuman abilities per se, in a sense. Now you might be asking, how are you going to be unlocking superhuman abilities? What is drastically going to happen to you when you go on semen retention for a good amount of time is the power of discernment. The power of your intuition is going to be 10x. You no longer are not living in ignorance. There is no how that you are living in ignorance. You can't be living ignorant if you go on semen retention for a while, because semen retention helps you discern things for the better. It helps you decide. Your intuition is going to be so high that you start understanding a lot of things. You start understanding why certain people are some ways and why other people are different. The bottom line is, some of the reasons how you're going to have superhuman abilities is, like I said, once your intuition is going to be so super high. Another thing is, you're going to have the ability, you're just going to have superhuman confidence, and you're going to have the quote unquote edge about you. See, the bottom line is the reason why guys don't get ahead, because a lot of people set out big goals for themselves. But there's a lot of guys who have big goals for themselves. They want to do a lot of things. Maybe when they were younger, they wanted to become this. They wanted to be in this income bracket or something. They wanted some sort of status. They had plans and hopes for the future. And the reason why people fall short in terms of these aspirations, these goals, all of these things that they wanted is because of society. Is because they didn't have a mentor. Is because they just weren't intentional enough. They thought it was going to be easy. They didn't realize the amount of cold, hard work that was needed to get the status. They understood themselves. They aimed too short. They didn't realize, they thought it was gonna be a breeze, but it was not. It's not a breeze at all. And this is what happens. So the bottom line is, the superhuman abilities that you're going to get when you go on retention is the power, like I said, the power of discernment, your intuition, and confidence, and the willingness to make things right in your life. This is one thing that a lot of people tend to miss, because the bottom line is, what I can't stress this enough, is when you go on semen retention, you care enough to make things better in your life. When you're not on semen retention, you don't have any energy to care. When you're doing PMO, you don't have enough energy or willingness or manliness to care enough. And this is what separates the 1% from the 99%. If you're comfortable, if you're in survival mode, if you're surviving, you're doing just enough to be afloat, there might not be that extra edge in you to go for more. This is how 95% of the population lives their lives. They may not be struggling, they're living comfortably. When you decide to go against the grain, when you decide to do something that it may be quote unquote even unheard of, because they're gonna give you a lot of statistics as to why you shouldn't do this. They're going to give you a lot of reasons why you shouldn't do this. They say it's not natural. They say it's not natural, so you shouldn't do it. The bottom line is, when you go on semen retention, your sixth sense, your intuition, your willingness to create better for yourself goes full blast. And now you're in the small minority of people who actually care enough about their lives to do something amazing. You're in the small minority. There's a small minority because there's a lot of people who speak a lot of things. There's a lot of people who say a lot of different things, but their actions say otherwise. They want all of these things in life. They want the money, they want the status, they want the knowledge, they want the wisdom. They want all of these things, but they are not, anytime adversity comes or they're doing things that are uncomfortable, or they stop short, they make excuses, and nothing ever happens. They don't have any energy to overcome things. They're comfortable. When you go on retention and you're doing one of the most uncomfortable things, retaining your nut for an extended period of time and using that energy to transcend your life for the better, you will get a lot of haters, and you will get a lot of doubts in you. The bottom line is, when you go on retention, you're going to finally go the full mile. You're going to go all the way. You have to start going all the way, because the moment you start losing your energy source, you still you still could be ambitious. You're still going to be ambitious, maybe, but the bottom, you just don't have that. It's just it could be diluted a little bit. It might be a little bit diluted, and you still might have that sense for you to get things in life, but it's not as prominent when you've been on a clean streak of retention. So you're gonna have superhuman abilities. The biggest abilities are your, like I said, discernment, your intuition, and your willingness to go the extra mile to actually get the things that you want. Because now it's you versus destiny. It's you versus faith. It's you versus yourself. It's you versus yourself now. And if you can beat the battle of yourself, you can beat the battle of defeat your former self, your lower self, you will be in alignment with your highest version, your highest version. And now you're going to be floating in this reality while people are hating their lives secretly. A mass majority of men live lives of quiet desperation. Be honest. A lot of men are living lives of quiet desperation. They're quietly desperate. They will never admit that they're desperate, but quietly they're desperate. The only way for you to get out of this desperation is to challenge yourself. You have to challenge yourself, and you have to challenge yourself in sort of something crazy. This is going to put you on a mission of purpose, because once you challenge yourself, you're going to have purpose. And now once you have purpose and you mean that purpose, while a lot of people, like I said, are hating their lives or not looking forward to anything, well, you're doing a lot more than anybody else is doing, and your results are showing for it. And now, while they might start saying things like, "What's up with this guy? It always seems like he's always on go mode. He's never resting. He's just fully on go." This is the type of behavior that you may have to exhibit if you really want something phenomenal in this reality. And your superhuman abilities is just that you're gonna have confidence, discernment. You're gonna have the edge. The bottom line is, guys don't have the edge. The edge is this intangible thing where everything you do has a little bit oomph to it, because you just have an extra energy source that's helping you with everything. The way you speak to women, the way you articulate yourself, everything just has this. You just have this hidden edge about you that more oftentimes than not is attractive to women, is attractive to people in general, because people feel your energy. If you're in a conversation with somebody, it's not really what the words you say, it's about the energy behind all the words you're saying. And if you can have that extra energy, you will always have the advantage in life. And this is how you can get ahead. This is how you can get ahead. So go on retention for as long as you need to make your life optimal. As long as you need to, because no matter what guys are given, if it seems easy, they're going more often than not, people are going to take the easier route because it's just less adversity. And I mean, that's just how people are. That's just how human nature is. but this is how your life is quietly desperate, because if you never challenge yourself, then I mean, sure things are easy to come by, but you haven't really extended yourself to live in your full potential. And now you might be surviving, but are you really living? You're not really living, because everything is too predictable nowadays. You have to do something that is unheard of, and even though you fail, you're going to get a lot further than people who didn't try whatsoever. So your intuition, your confidence, the edge, all of these things about you is skyrocketing, and now you are the only person who seems like he's on a mission, and people are commending you. This is the only way, because like I said, a lot of guys are desperate, a lot of guys are depressed, they don't have anything. You have to give something that you have to make a goal to, like, what, for an example, give yourself an example of going on 30 days of retention and doubling down on something that you actually care about. I promise you this will help you get out of desperation and depressed mode easily, because you have something to look forward to and you have purpose. If you don't have purpose as a man, you'll fall for anything. You'll every time someone hits you up to do something, you're gonna be available, because you don't have that core purpose for man. With that being said, I hope that video helped you out a little bit. Comment, subscribe to the channel. Book a free go down in the description down below and watch the free presentation that I made that helps guys attract women online using online dating. It will help you out extraordinary. We'll see you in the next one.